sucking it in there and spinning it, I think. Hopefully that picked it up on camera, but I can hear that. Alright, what's up YouTube? What's up Hammerheads? Vanhammer HP! Craig coming at you. Here we go. So I'm all hot and sweaty. Didn't really plan on making this video. Sitting here in a dirty white t-shirt. All that good stuff. But anyway, I got all hot and sweaty. We just switched out our drag radials there. Put our summer tires back on. So I got all hot and sweaty and I was like, screw it. Let's go ahead and put on these 2 easy bolt-ons that I just picked up. And one arguably performance bolt-on. The other one maybe a little preventive maintenance type. But we got to take the engine cover off to put both on. So I just thought, what the heck, we'll do them real quick. Put them both on at the same time. And go ahead and knock out a video for it. So let's take a look at what we got here. Alright, so we got our JLT catch can, oil catch can here for the passenger side. Probably the most important. A lot of people argue that you don't even need the driver's side, or the driver's side is worthless. I have seen the driver's side catch can catch a little oil, but it is, and the times I've seen it has been minimal. The passenger side, on the other hand, has done, I've seen a lot more oil in the can. So probably something we should have done once we realized we were going to run the car hard. So we've been to the drag strip 4 times. And so it's time to put it on there. It needs to be put on there. Now, the one everybody's probably going to laugh at me for or whatever, say it was a waste of money, but I don't really care. It was $100. I got it. It was on sale. So arguably, whether or not it actually increases torque, power, you know, or whatever, a lot of people say they're a waste of money. But the one thing I have never seen is anybody say that it messes anything up, or that it's ever damaged anything or decreased any power. So we're gonna take a shot with it and go ahead and stick it on there. So it is the Airaid Powerade Throttle Body Spacer, and as you can see there, it says it increases low end torque and throttle response. So we're gonna give it a shot. It's 2 easy bolt-ons that should go on real quick. All I'm going to do is pop off this engine cover, take off the PVC line. We'll take off our lines going to the air intake tube, remove the air intake tube, remove the throttle body, put the spacer on, you know, throw it on there, and then throw it all back together. Should be quick and easy. I'm hoping maybe 30 minutes most. I don't know that, I mean, we're still on our E85 tune. I don't know that we're going to notice any throttle response or power gain from the Airaid, so or the throttle body spacer. So, but we'll put it on there. Maybe we can hear the little whistle. I don't know. I don't mind the whistle. My son, this is the one my son has on his 08 Mustang, and he has Airaid cold air intake and this throttle body on there. We put on, and like I said, I don't think it ever decreased any performance on his Mustang, and hasn't caused any issues, and he's had it on there for over 5 years now. So anyway, we're gonna put it on there, see what happens. Like I said, if it gives us a little power, we'll take it. Every little bit helps. All right, I gotta pop this engine cover off, so we gotta take these little tabs off here to get to our bolts here. It's 10 millimeter down in there. Okay, if you put them caps on there, it'll keep those little nuts down in there. Hoping I can slide this off without taking the brace off here. Really don't want to take that off without, just to put these things on, but maybe what we have to do. Yep. Alright, I guess we gotta take the strut brace off there. I believe it's a 15mm. Yep. Alright. Let's see, next we're gonna loosen up this clamp. Press this tab, pull this line off the air intake box. There's another valve hose here that has a little tab on it that you just press, pull it out. This is actually where your driver's side oil catch can would go in. Then you have a little clamp here with a little, I believe this is your, what is it, the noise tube or whatever the. Alright, and then we should have a clamp right there. Alright, tube out, easy enough. It's good to just look in your throttle body, see if there's anything built up in there or anything. Shouldn't be. I know we've taken it to the strip and ran it kind of hard a couple times, but if you look in there, it's still all nice and clean. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this here. This is our hose that we're going to replace right here to here. That's where our catch can's going to go. It's easy, it just has this little pinch valve right here. Pull that off. One right here, same type of connection. Bam, comes right off. That's what we're taking off. I'm gonna check just to make sure. I don't think they put anything in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the canister off and just look in there and make sure there's like nothing in there that they stuffed for shipping purposes or anything. Oh, don't want to tighten it down too much, just hand tight. It's got a gasket there that will keep it sealed. And these should just slide in and lock. You hear it click. Alright, see, like I said, it's that easy. So now every oil change, you'll come in here, hold on to the top real tight, reach down in here, untwist this, see how much oil you got in there, dispose of it with your other oil, put it back on. Alright, let's move on to this throttle body spacer. You see here, this was one of the valves we took off, this was the other, and then this little breather tube here, that comes off, and then you pull that off. You see in there's not a lot of gunk or anything. Looks all good in the throttle body. These are the, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts there that we're going to pull off. The throttle body spacer is going to go into that space in between the throttle body and the manifold, and we'll get her hooked up. Alright, throttle body bolts are 8mm. Once you pop them loose, they're you can pretty much use your hand to unscrew them. I'm going to unscrew these in the next pattern. Do them diagonal from one another. And that's the same way you'll screw in the new bolts. The kit does come supplied with new bolts. Okay, so this is where your throttle body spacer will go, up against this, and this is why you do not need, or the gasket will go against the throttle body, because you already have a seal here on this side. We're just gonna kind of clean up, brush it away here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we wipe that off. We're gonna come back here. See, there's a little dirt and stuff right there. You can see a little black there on the inside of the throttle body, but we're just gonna clean that up before we put the gasket on there. There's a little black there on the inside of the throttle body. So it's always good to just clean that up. Clean that surface off good so the gasket's good. I'm gonna give a little wipe down in here just inside the manifold tube. See what kind of, oh, that's fairly clean right there. Alright, so if you notice the factory bolts, it's the bolts that kind of have the washer already welded to the head there. And then so the new supplied bolts don't have that, but they do come with the washer. So the washer will go on the bolt there first for all 4 of them. You see that it's beveled on the inside. That's what's supposed to help push your air in and give you the whistling sound. Labeled throttle body side, so we know which way to put that and which way to put the gasket on there. Now it only goes on one way as far as lining up the holes and everything. We're just gonna start with 2 bolts on there, and then to kind of hold it together, see if we can just hand tighten them here. Thread it in there by hand. And I probably should have done the other 2 bolts. I did these 2. I probably should have done these 2 because they're easier to get to by hand. But I guess in the long run it doesn't matter. You don't have to do them all. Start them all by hand. Okay, your new bolts are going to be 10 millimeter. Like I said, we're going to probably just hand tighten this down so it's seated good. You are going to do it in an X pattern, so wherever you start, see, it's just hand tight on there. Wherever you start, just go diagonal to the next one, and then come across and come back down diagonal. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten them down. There's no torque or anything on this. So it's going to be hand tight. I mean, you're just going to make sure there's, just go your normal pressure. Once it doesn't go, leave it there. Again in the X pattern. Then come back and tighten. Just make sure everything's snug after you've, see that one goes just a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Alright, so that's what you got there. It's pretty cool. It adds a little color under the engine bay too. Not that you'll be able to see it with the engine cover on, but you know, I don't know, maybe at one point that engine cover will come off and then it'll put a little color under there anyway. Alright, let's put our tube back on. Okay, just look here overall again. Here's your throttle body spacer, catch can. Really easy to do. Okay. Alright, so now just double check, make sure you didn't leave any tools or parts in here. I know that happens sometimes. We're going to put the engine cover, seat it back down. I'll take the oil cap back off, put the engine cover, seat it back down. Put our oil cap on, we'll tighten it down, tighten down the bolts, then come back, make sure you tighten down your strut brace if you have one. tighten those bolts back down. And we'll come back once it's all done, give the one final look, and say our goodbyes. All right. Okay, so you can hear it sucking it in there and spinning it, I think. Hopefully that picked it up on camera, but I can hear that. All right, Hammerhead, so there you have it. That's easy install. What is it gonna do for you? Little preventive maintenance on the oil side for engine sludge and stuff like that. Maybe a little power upgrade there with the throttle body. All in all, you can see how very discreet that it is. You can't see the throttle body. And a point that I wanted to make that I never pointed out with our budget build review is, look at this. It doesn't look like anything is done to this car whatsoever. So I guess you could say it's kind of sleeper-esque in its modifications in a way. Really the only thing that gives it away is once we've done the cat delete, the exhaust is a lot louder. But you pop this hood and it looks like every other GT 5.0 out there, So just something else to think about when you're doing the budget build. So anyway, there you have it. I'll take it for a little test drive and see what we got on it. Like I said, I don't think it's really worth video in the drive or not. It's not going to add that much power. I really don't think you're going to feel the difference. But if anything comes up that just overly surprises me, we'll edit in another clip and I'll come back and tell you. So there you have it. That was a quick, easy install. Happened just like that. So there you go. Like always, drop the hammer. Peace.
Do it.